Well, good evening, everyone. Tom Grisafi, Advanced Trading, ATI Pro Media, coming to you live from Valparaiso, Indiana. We are powered by Advanced Trading. Well, this isn't something we do every night, but we're doing it tonight. I was out a little bit and I saw the tweets and I was like, oh, that's no big deal. But let's break down. It is a big deal. Markets absolutely moving tonight. Stocks, bonds, Bitcoin, grains, currencies, everything shifted. Looks like Israel attacked Iran. Now, the fear was that they hit the nuclear places in Iran, and that would have been a huge, huge, big deal. I see my brother Joe popped on to switch things here, and I'll play it solo. I'm missing Connor B. I'm missing Brady Huck. I'm missing the boys, but no worries. I can do this show by myself. Let's break down the markets, Joe. We'll pop in my charts here and go one by one. Let's look at crude oil first. This is a oh man, my machine's dinging and dinging here with stuff I have on. Grains coming down pretty hard, folks, as we speak. Corn. Let's go over to markets first. We'll do quotes first, Joe. Corn up 3 3/4. Soybeans up 6. Wheat up 13. KC wheat up 10. Minneapolis wheat up 7. We noticed a big spike in wheat tonight. Those markets are coming off. Gold currently up 12. Gold was up over 30. uh, all the bonds have rallied. 2-year notes exploded. 10-year, 5-year, 30-year bonds were up a point in 10. They were up over 2 points. The long end of the bond, the ultra bond, was up close to 3 points. Yields absolutely collapsing tonight. That straightened itself out. Crude oil, a little bit ago, folks. Crude oil was up $3.50 a barrel, straightening itself out. Currently, the stock market, Nasdaq down 200, S&P down 50, Dow Jones down 350. Earlier tonight, just about a half hour ago, Dow Jones was down 600. I got involved in the Bitcoin myself. That was interesting, trading Bitcoin futures tonight. Woof. Bitcoin futures currently down 2,000. Bitcoin was down close to 5,000 upon this report. Now, that I can't figure out why Bitcoin does what it does. Okay, phone lines are open. We have room for questions and comments. Of course, if anyone's new to the channel, thank you for joining. This is ATI Pro Media, and we are live. How do we show people how to pop a comment, questions, and comments? Here's what we have going on tonight. Buckle up, Buttercup. We are involved in a war trade. Israel has retaliated against Iran, and that is what I would call breaking news. All right, there we go. Joe, thank you. Want to chat, want to talk with us? We'll try to do our best to answer a question. If we can't answer it, of course, we'll get someone smarter who could. We are live on X, live on YouTube, live across the world. Let's go over to charts, bro. All right, our favorite stuff to do, corn. Let's look at what happened to a corn chart, folks, right here. Corn was down here, it opened here. Corn shut up 5, coming back down. You're going to see the initial reaction of everything going up and then coming back down. Soybeans right here. I'm going to break it down a little tighter than that. Listen, listening to my squawk box in my ear saying gold has come all the way back down. Source trade the news, squawk box in my ear. All right, looking at this right here, we're going to shoot it to 10-minute charts here. 10-minute chart right here in soybeans. You see soybeans were down here and shot up. But look at wheat, folks. This is just absolutely amazing. Look at Board of Trade wheat. Board of Trade wheat starting tonight right down here at around. Just give me one second. I have to lower my squawk box. I have a squawk box service talking in my ear. Okay, back to the show. Look at Board of Trade wheat. Board of Trade wheat at 530, 535, shot all the way up to 557. You know, when as commodity brokers, we say have those sell orders in there. You never know when we're going to spike up there and you get some stuff sold. That was tonight. A nice rally in wheat, a nice rally in KC wheat. These are now 10-minute charts. We switched a little bit to show you the drama. Look at this corn chart, folks. No big deal, but we're coming into May options expiration. We're coming into where the May contract's going to come off. All right, let's get into the good stuff here. April gold here. Let's look at an hourly of gold. April's probably not the best month. Let me switch months here. Please stand by. Let's look at June gold here on the hourly. We'll go into 10-minute mode here. So it's just an average night here, and then gold went from 23.94 all the way up to 24, close to 30. Nice 25, $30 moving gold. And this is where my squawk box was saying gold gave it all the way back. And what's happened here in the last few minutes, the squawk box came across and said that the nuclear plants in Iran were not attacked, and that's definitely making the markets calm down. All right, working our way down. Let's look at what happens. This is called a flight to quality, folks. This is the 30-year bond market. This is what everyone's home's tied to. 10-minute chart. Again, the bond market had a bad day today. That means the price of the bonds were going down. The yields were going up. Look at this spike in the bonds from the 114 handle all the way up to 116. Bond market calming down. What you're seeing is that all these markets spiked up and they're now coming down as this war trade starts to come off. Now, crude oil, this is going to be a big one. Crude oil was just having this is a 10-minute chart again. Crude oil was just having an average night 82.60 up to 86.20. A big three and a half, $4 move in crude. We're coming down, but we got a long way to go. I've seen this happen before. Boy, this reminds me a lot of when Russia invaded the Ukraine. A little different scenario. We don't have the grain belt as much involved, but very much that people were not prepared for this tonight. Let's check this out. This is Dow Jones. We're going to go to an hourly Dow Jones. You can absolutely see here that the Dow Jones just had a horrible ride here. Dow Jones trading 38,000, about 200, call it 38.3, all the way down to 37.5, spike down, big move right here, 400 point move in the Dow. That's going to leave a mark. NASDAQ, same thing. NASDAQ down 200, was down 350. S&P 500, this is what everyone trades. Call it the Spidey in the other worlds if you're in the stock market. Now, what's interesting is folks who are involved in the stock market and these ETFs and everything else, those aren't open right now, as best of my ability. If they are, someone correct me. But all eyes on the futures market tonight as we are adjusting to this new war trade. What happened? We're going back and forth. We had Gaza attacked Israel. Let's take it back 2 years. We had Russia invade Ukraine. Then we have Gaza invade Israel. We have Iran fighting with Israel. We have Israel fighting back with Iran, and it's really heating things up. Before this, we had trouble with shipping in that. Hold on one second. Talking about the U.S. dollar and whatnot. All right, giving a check on the markets here. We're having a little bit of a stabilization. The one thing I'll notice is that I found it pretty wild that on this news, wheat was up 20 cents. That probably got a little ahead of its skis right there. And that's the initial high frequency trading algorithms, whatnot, trading off the news. But when you see you're a computer and you see crude oil up $3, you see bond market up 2.5 points. There's really no one to take the other side of it. It's 10:30 Central Standard Time. Who's going to take the other side of this market? You just don't know. So with that, what else do we have, brother Joe? Obviously, oh, here we go. Dustin Ritter, call the night desk and buy grains or wait and see what happens tomorrow brings. Oh, Dustin, I would say great question. And I remember who you are. Thanks for asking, my friend. Um, we have too much grain. And so the fact that Israel went back and retaliated with Iran, this was probably a pretty good selling opportunity. I have some clients who are long wheat. They might not be long as much after tonight. But big picture, uncertainty brings volatility, and volatility brings opportunity. the fact you might have to call a desk and place an order is pretty risky because you probably should have access to this right in your own palm. But I understand the question. It's a good question. These were heck of an opportunity to get something sold. We have May options expiring next week. We have May futures going off pretty soon, and that's going to be pretty interesting. Any other questions, comments from the Peanut Gallery? Thanks, Dustin, for asking that question. As far as the charts, we'll go over them one more time, wrapping up the night. What we have is Israel retaliated with Iran. I will say this: this is weird doing this by myself because I'm used to someone else hanging out with me, and we talk back and forth. But let's go over the charts. Let's go over. These are all 10-minute charts. This is the price action on corn. You see the initial spike up here on the reports of the attack. Let's go over soybeans. You see the initial spike up. We're coming back. We're going to border trade wheat. Big initial spike up. You see us come back. We're going KC wheat. Big spike up. Minneapolis said, "Oh heck, I'll do it too." Gold was the big player tonight. Gold went from 23.90 up to 24.30, about a $30-40 rally at one point in gold. I have to adjust my silver. That's not the right one. Switching guns to May silver here. May silver had a big spike up. May silver giving it all the way back down. May silver just gave it up. All right, let's go into the yield curve. We'll do twos first, and they're all going to look the same. This is the 2-year note on a 10-minute chart. Spike up, flight to quality. 10-year note right there. 5-year note right there. They're going to look identical. 30-year. They all look identical, like I'm clicking on the same chart, but they're all just a different interest rate time period, but they all had that risk. I'll tell you this, the market was out of position for this tonight. It wasn't exactly ready for this. New headline that just came out, Iranian officials to Reuters, the explosions heard in the city was result of the activation of Iran's air defense. So they're really trying to calm people down tonight and let them know that this was not, that Israel did not strike the nuclear facilities there in Iran. All right, crude oil, still a hot number here, folks. Crude oil was here at about 82.60, shot up to 86. Big move in crude oil. Billions and billions of dollars trading hands. Again, Dow Jones down 350, was down 500. NASDAQ down 200. S&P down 51. This was the interesting one right here. And this is what I got involved in, the Bitcoin. I'm not sure why, but on Saturday, my brother Joe texted me. I was at a Keeneland horse racetrack, and Joe said, "Did you hear that, they're getting after it, Israel and Iran?" It was actually back then, Joe, Iran attacked Israel, right? And Bitcoin had broke like $4,000 on Saturday, and that was one of the only markets open. And now tonight, Bitcoin for a little brief time here got below 60,000 here for a little bit, and that was interesting. But Bitcoin getting a little overreacting, if you ask me, when it comes to what's going on and everything else. So Bitcoin, this 10-minute chart. Let's look at a daily chart here of Bitcoin. I'll go to most active here. These are Bitcoin futures, folks, at the CME Group. Of course, we got that tape running long at the bottom. Futures and options have risk. Of course, if you need to get a hold of us, give us a call at 1-855-737-FARM or info@ATI ProMedia. Yeah, these talk about futures and options have risk. Woof. Bitcoin really starting to trend down here. This is the daily. We had that heck of a run up here looking at the year, but we come down. And whenever this news is happening, you think it'd be a flight to quality, but it's not. It's actually been a little bit of a sell off. I got to go back to this gold chart. This gold gave it all back tonight. Let's just go 5-minute gold chart, or yeah, it's going to look real dramatic, but gold shot up and came back down. This would make me think that the bond market's going to calm down, that the grains are going to calm down. What you all need to know, thanks for watching. There's about 400 of you watching tonight, is that from a grain perspective, the elevators aren't open. So it's 10:30 Central Standard Time. You can't call your grain elevator right now and be like, "Hey, I want to sell 50,000. I want to do this." So you can call them. I don't know if anyone's going to answer. So us as futures and options traders, we're trading tonight, and we could process this. When we see corn up 5 or wheat up 20, we've traded these areas. Let's look at border trade wheat one more time, and then not on a 5-minute chart, but like on a daily chart. We're trading this range. So if I draw some lines on this chart, You say, oh, was that a big deal? What happened that night? Well, not really, because we've been in these areas before here. And so we're just right in the range. This is a daily chart. Sure, we spiked up tonight, but we're just getting to where we've been before. And that's real interesting. So we'll see. The grain elevators aren't open. Different world. You get crude oil up $2, $3, $4. Who comes in and sells crude oil at night? Gold. That's just an old habit, seeing gold up like that. Hey, Luke, Tommy G, always on the clock. Think many shorts will exit, or will they just push lower in the day session? Oh, Luke, I think we're going to have incredible. I'll tell you, Luke, I love you, and I was supposed to leave the office tomorrow at 10:30 and go out to see a daughter in college. And I told my wife, you might be flying solo. We got a little war trade. Tommy G likes to trade up at night. This is how I made a great living for many years. And unfortunately, folks, when bad things happen to others, it makes the market volatile, and that provides opportunities. And maybe it's selfish as a trader to capitalize on this, but what are we going to do? Just watch the news and say, hey, I don't want to participate? And these markets get out of line. And Luke, there's so few humans trading this that it actually takes the humans to get up, log into their account, and start participating in this to calm things down a little bit. And I think we've seen that initial reaction. Thanks for the comments, Luke. All right, so wheat spiked up, but still in the range. Many markets still in the range. Dow Jones, this is a daily chart. We're definitely trending down. Interesting news here on the Dow. Let's check out the S&P. Just a few days ago, the S&P was trading 5,200. Now, many of you guys look at this as spiders. We were at 5,200, 5,250, 53, but the 20-day moving average, we're on a daily chart, folks, here. The 20-day moving average is the red line, and the green line there is the 50-day moving average. So the S&P is through the red, and the green, that's 50-day moving average. These are the biggest and baddest markets in the world. This is the S&P 500, the 500 biggest stocks out there. Let's check out the NASDAQ. That's having an ugly. Look at this, where the red line and the green line are crossing. Okay, you smart technical guys, what's that mean when these technicals start to not like a death cross, but when the one line hits the other? This is definitely not bullish when it comes to the stock market. The only good news I have for tonight is that interest rates have ticked down and going a little lower. But with that, let's see. Any other questions, comments, anything? We had Dustin, we had Luke. We went through the markets. If you had to ask me, I'd say, given the chance, if there's a ton of grain traders out there right now that have no idea this is actually happening. But given the chance, I think really this is probably more of a risk off event. So the initial spike was grains went up. But trouble in the world is not necessarily bullish grains, in my opinion. But hey, there's a bid, there's an offer, and get involved. I know a lot of farmers were hoping to get a spike up in grains, and maybe we just saw it tonight. All right, we'll keep the phone lines open here for a few minutes. If you need to give us a call, 1-855-737-FARM. Hey, if you're watching this, if you're one of the 400 out there watching this, give us a call here. We'll give you American flag. We love America. Even though there's wars out there, we'd love for you to subscribe. Joe, show folks how they subscribe to ATI Pro Media. We go live every day at 9. We don't usually go live at 10:30 at night, but this is a special occasion. How do people subscribe to ATI Pro Media Premium Edition, where we show people what's going on? Brother Joe will play that video. Welcome to ATI Pro Media, powered by Advanced Trading. We're a financial channel that loves agriculture. For just $1 a day, you'll receive advanced trading research, actionable text, and a minimum of 6 videos a week featuring industry experts and insight. Click the button below to subscribe today. Well, that's that, folks. That's ATI Pro Media. And pretty special day. Today was our 100th anniversary of live streaming. We got a little video of that. Look at that. Tommy G, Connor B, Brady Huck, 100th episode live. If you missed that, go to the Advanced Trading YouTube channel and you can check that out. Wild night, wild markets. Again, Israel retaliating with Iran, and that's what we have. I'd sent a little email or text to work. Who's coming with me? Who's going live? And Brother Joe was on it. Hey, grains are calming down. Corn was up 5.5. It's up 3. I've seen stuff like this before, and I have to tell you, there are so few humans involved in this that this probably isn't going to end the way people want. There's going to be a lot of people wake up in the morning and say, you mean I could have sold this here? I could have done this there. You mean crude gold was up 30, now it's down? Think of this. The initial people who see this, who bought all this stuff, if it's a spec, they have to get out. So the initial news was Israel's attacking Iran. Now, in the last half hour, Iran's come out and said none of our nuclear facilities were hit. Everything's fine. Every squawk box I have, Bloomberg, Reuters, everyone else said this was a pretty planned, coordinated retaliation attack on the original attack. So for this big market wind up, meaning flight to quality in bonds, explosion in gold, explosion in crude, we're seeing this unwind now. And so it's very thin, volatile market. Of course, we have the ticker running there at the bottom. Futures and options have risk, and there is a tremendous amount of risk in futures and options. Just showing you how much this stuff, some of these things are just amazing me. Let's break down a 5-10 minute Bitcoin chart. Look at this Bitcoin. I don't know what made, the fact that there's a war going on makes Bitcoin go down 4,000. It's just mind-boggling to me. But it happened, if you're involved in the markets or you have a futures account or if you're trading Bitcoin in cash. I'm not suggesting you buy it. I'm just asking you the question, why the heck did Bitcoin go down 4,000 on a actual retaliation during a war? Is it a real asset? I don't know. Some people say it is. Gold's had a heck of a run here the last few months. All right, with that, we'll open up again one more time before we check out for night. Any questions, any comments? We had breaking news. Israel retaliating on Iran. Wild night. If the pits were open, it would look something like this. And of course, the pits aren't open, but boy, this is what we noticed here happening here on the screen tonight. Absolute wild night. I wonder who's up watching this, but to the 425 people watching, we appreciate it. If you need to get a hold of us, again, 1-855-737-FARM. We're going to keep the line open a little bit. We'd love for you to chat with us. Folks on X, post a comment. YouTube people, post a comment. LinkedIn people, post a comment. The LinkedIn people are probably sleeping, I know. With that, last call. Questions, comments to the peanut gallery. What a wild night. You never know when risk is going to happen. We're always asking people, make sure you buy the insurance. Make sure you can sleep at night. You don't want to wake up in the morning and something bad happen. Couple markets that weren't open that didn't get to digest this news were cattle. Maybe by the time the markets open in the morning, it won't be such a big deal. So anyway, from myself and the whole team at ATI Pro Media, thank you for joining us tonight on this emergency war meeting. I wish I can keep talking, but we went over the grains, we went over the metals, we went over the energies, we went over the stock market. Everything went crazy. It's now readjusting as the headlines adjust. Around 12:30, 1 o'clock, Europe's going to come and wake up. We're getting towards the middle part of Asia. We're going to go to the end of Asia. We're going to have Europe open up. Watch when Germany opens up. If you like watching this stuff, watch Bloomberg. They'll have them all up. You could watch France open, Britain, Germany. Watch Europe open up. See how they digest this news. See if there's any other action. Let's hope things calm down. Again, tomorrow's Friday. We're going to have a long weekend. I promise you, wherever the markets close on Friday, they'll probably open on a different place on Sunday. Grain elevators are not open. People who want to lay off risk or get some grain sold, they're in the morning. Typically, what happens when we see these spikes up and we've traded in this grain range is there's about 2,500, 3,000 elevators across America. People call the elevator and they say, I want to sell corn up 5, I want to sell corn up 7, corn up 10. And by the time we come into the morning session, by about 6, 7 in the morning, when the elevator managers get in there, we tend to trade down. That's been my history that I've noticed, and that's what allows grains to spike up. All right, with that, Tommy Grisafi, ATI Pro Media, Brother Joe clicking the mouse behind me. We will see you live at 9 o'clock. One more time, Joey G, show people how they subscribe to ATI Pro Media Premium in case they'd like more videos like this. Welcome to ATI Pro Media, powered by Advanced Trading. We're a financial channel that loves agriculture. For just $1 a day, you'll receive advanced trading research, actionable text, and a minimum of 6 videos a week featuring industry experts and insight. Click the button below to subscribe today. All right, everyone. Tommy G, ATI ProMedia, we are powered by advanced trading. Checking out. We'll see you in the morning. Gina G wants to say something. Hope to see you at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with another update. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.